As it happened on this occasion, we did hear something about prey. The enemy were using a wireless frequency which must have been very nearly the same as our own, for presently we began to hear them chattering away to each other like a lot of monkeys in a box. As we approached them, the chatter grew louder and louder. Then suddenly we spotted them. They were straggled out in large V's of about 18 aircraft in each, just above the clouds. As we were only 6 in number against their 100 or so, we saw them a long time before they saw us, which, of course, gave us a big initial advantage. We were able to climb above them and get out in front of their leading formation. As we approached nearer, the Huns suddenly spotted us, and above all their chatter, a somewhat agonized voice came through as clear as daylight. Achtung, Achtung, Spitfire! At that, an amazing transformation took place, and the straggling formation closed up into a formidable mass, the ME-110s wheeling out from the front to form a protective circle round the bombers. Thanks to the advantage we had in position, 3 of us were able to dive head-on into the leading formation, whilst the other 3 stayed behind to play with the fighters. The leading formation of bombers broke up after our attack, and in 1s and 2s they sought refuge either in or below the clouds. Those who were stupid enough to go below the layer of cloud were pounced on by our other flight, which was still waiting for them. Theirs was a sort of vulture's job, and like vultures they did it. And then we all returned safely. The best bag the squadron had in one single action was on a day in August when we were detailed to intercept a raid coming in over Dorset. Once again we had the advantage of height, and this time of the sun also, and managed to knock down 12 of the enemy with a loss to ourselves of only 2 aircraft, the pilots of both of them being safe, having come down by parachute. While on the subject of coming down by parachute, a rather amusing incident occurred on another occasion. A very fat man bailed out of a Dornier which the squadron had intercepted at about 25,000 feet. Needless to say, everyone thought it was our old friend Goering doing another of his celebrated reconnaissance trips over this country. We circled around him while he was coming down, and it was ludicrous to see this enormously fat man dangling at the end of his parachute harness with his 2 podgy little arms stretched above his head. His landing was even more ludicrous. He touched down on the roof of an outhouse in a garden in Kent, went crashing through the roof, and remained there with only his head sticking through. The last we saw of him was his parachute descending slowly on top of him, obscuring the whole picture. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity of saying a word about the ground crews. It is usually the pilots who get the praise and the thanks. But the job we do is little in comparison with the excellent and unremitting work done by the fellows who keep us in the air. They work for us day and night, and I never hear a grumble from any of them. They are just grand. And if any of them are listening in just now, I would like to say, speaking, I am sure, for all pilots, we take off our hats to them.